Wow, you found your way to the Female Way podcast. My name is Humita, and I'm so honored that you're here. Let's have a great time together. So it's very special today. I am here with you from a very special place. Because I can be in a podcast studio, I can be in a closed room, curtains closed, doors closed, soundproof. But finally the sun is out in Amsterdam. So we need to celebrate that. So I'm in my kitchen office, doors are open. So we have the gift today of sounds of cars, sounds of water, talking heads, all of that. Why not include them? And I love speaking about this topic today. I will share with you, I am in this business, holding containers like this for over 12 years. I still have friends in South America, in Australia, New Zealand, Scandinavia, but that's a little bit too cold for me in the wintertime. But I can go everywhere, and I have always an amazing place to stay. It's incredible. I'm going to share all about it, but today, what you can expect, by the end of this episode, you will understand that it's not a luxury. It's not something like, maybe if I achieve this and that, then it would be my place to be. It's the opposite. It's basically the fastest way to become the woman who lives her most happy life, who leads her fully and totally amazing, passionate, juicy, vibrant life. And you're not hiding anymore for your desires and your pleasures, but as well your impact and your purpose. Because every single one of you who's listening today, you have a purpose, babe. You're here for a reason. And every day you're not showing up for your purpose, you're stealing from your potential clients because they're waiting for you. They're literally on their couch, hands folded, arms folded, waiting for you. And what is maybe the most powerful aspect and outcome? I've seen it every single time. Abundance in all the ways. I see women flying, like for real. So, I am excited to share this with you today. So, if you're doing everything alone, okay, listen carefully, you're doing it the hard way. And it's proven over and over. And I also share this from experience. I'm a wise woman. I had an amazing career. I can do everything. I have the knowledge. So I thought I'm just doing it by myself. It takes longer. It costs energy. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, like you. Because the clients are waiting, remember? Most women, they don't need more information. They don't need to change. They don't need another program. You know what they need? A different room. So like I said, I'm in Amsterdam. It's in the afternoon and I really felt to record this chat with you, to be with you, to spend some time. Because what I have seen just a couple of days, it took my breath away, honestly. And these women, they're around. They're therapists. They've done a lot of personal development. They're in the field. They're making impact. They're mothers of 4 children, 3 children, 2 children. It's wild. Entrepreneurs, there's still some of them are working from 9 to 5, which is amazing because, hello, the world needs that as well. But these women and the feedback, most high functioning women are not stuck because they're incapable. And you know that. For sure you recognize yourself. You're stuck because you're isolated. You basically do not prioritize yourself anymore. You neglect yourself, you forget about yourself, and oh yeah, the 3 Ps. Remember, I actually recorded a complete podcast around it. Maybe tomorrow, this is not the moment, spring is starting, I have other things to do. Oh yeah, when I hear often, because the women in my field are successful, high performing, they've been around, an excuse I hear very often: I've done already so much. I mean, I know, but the women who are walking the female way, there are no doubts, no hesitation, no, because they know when they, and you know that as well, most likely, you know when you surround yourself with the right people, you love them, they love you, it lifts you up. If I'm in the right room, my heart explodes. I have 100 ideas. I feel so creative. We're collaborating. I go home. I start to work on my computer. It happened to me yesterday. I was in such a good company. I had good laughters. I had good food. I felt good in my body. I had a good wine. In the morning, I had such a juicy, passionate morning ritual, and it took me 3 hours. So I started the day in full power, in full radiance. And then I came home yesterday evening. I created a plan, new branding plan for 2026. I created a new plan for my team. I created a new program. I was on fire within 2 hours. I'm not kidding you. 2 hours. Done. So, I mean, we all have a choice, huh? That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. Why am I making this podcast? I share about my own story. I wish someone told me years ago, you keep carrying, you keep producing, you keep coping, you're like a little yoga class here, a little breath work there. And slowly, you feel things are changing in your life. You kind of stop feeling and you start to numb. And I recognize that very, very well. And in the beginning, you don't really realize, but you're also a kind of, it is what it is. Accept it. Just act normal. Why the hell? You're here to live 100% life. You can be happy every day. You can create. You have to embrace your desires. Step up, ma'am. I did it. Yet, I did it the hard way. I waited and waited. I mean, on paper, my life was perfect. The man, the job, the money, everything on fire. But I felt inside like energy was lacking. I was losing passion. I was losing energy. And I coped with it. I found my ways. And then just life kicked in. 2010. I hope nobody has ever need to experience that. Because it was painful, sad, lonely. It was a shock for my nervous system. It was wild. And for the ones who are in my world a little bit longer, you might know my story. And I will share about it more and more and more. And we can call it normal, like, this is part of life, you have to deal with it. No. Your body knows. This isn't the life you came for. Normal is not the enemy. Normal is just not your destiny. Isn't it time to move from normal to magnetic? You are made for that. Feeling home in your body, energy is moving, feeling alive. Your heart is open. You're just, you're so excited. You're turned on by life. You might know Napoleon Hill. He's this famous writer. Think Big, Grow Rich. One of the most famous books for entrepreneurs. I guess everyone has read it. And there is so much truth in there. That's why, think big, grow rich. Surround yourself with women who are as bold and as courageous, and they are where you want to go. And eventually you become that. That's a rule. That's a law. There's no doubt there. When amazing minds meet with a shared purpose, something new is created. Napoleon Hill called it a mastermind creates a third mind. And then we do it in a female way. The minds connect, but also the bodies connect, the heart connects. And that's exactly what I saw happening last Tuesday. The heart is involved, and all the women just went to the next level. One in their purpose, one in their femininity, one in questions on their answers, answers on their questions, feeling more alive in their body and more passionate. Entrepreneurs who all of a sudden activate a new level of self-esteem. And it's not only that you get support. I mean, most likely you can get that in different places. You get access to different level of thinking. One of the women, she asked me such a profound question. First, it made me speechless. And then together, as a group, we moved one mind, the third mind, and what came out is exactly what she needed, and we all needed that. Alone, you are constantly recycling your thoughts and analyzing, and it takes your energy away, and it basically makes you feel overwhelmed. You're lacking energy, you don't know. Some people get really, really moody. Oh, I see a lot of those. In a mastermind, your thoughts evolve. Napoleon Hill was very clear about it. It's speed through accountability. That was his second reason. Most women, they don't lack desire. They know. They just lack the follow through. They love to postpone. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe. The children are on number one, and then there is the shopping, and I'm so busy, I have a full agenda, I don't know. Maybe next month, spring is in, maybe I should do that in autumn. Serious? If something crosses your path right now, then 99.9% you can trust that this is the moment. And when you start to come up with all kind of excuses, it's the old you who is fearful to level up to the next level. More than half of the women out there are afraid for their passion and their fire. And some women, they know, and some don't. And it's good to know that and be aware of that. Because in the right room, you stop negotiating with yourself. You step up, you show yourself, and you move over the shame. You act faster because the standard around you is higher. That's why we move on this high frequency. Imagine you get a magic code every single day. Without effort, you stay on that frequency. And I always say, what you put in is what you get out. It's simple. I have this beautiful, beautiful client, and I love her dearly. She came into my world 1 year ago. At that point, she became my private client. Well, that is really exclusive. And she had a lot of doubt in the beginning. She was in my tribe for the longest time. I've never noticed her really. And then I started to speak about the art of being a woman. And the new round number 4 was about to happen. Now we're almost starting round number 5. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, she sent me a message. I want this. At that point, she was in a very low state. Her beloved just broke up with her. She was in a 9-to-5 job she didn't like. She was stuck. She felt depressive, not good enough, not worthy. And it was very fearful for her to break up, get a divorce with her beloved. Because she has this big dream to become a mother and living like a family life. And he was so perfect. And the job was also perfect, but she couldn't do it anymore. But that's when she entered my life, my world. A couple of days she sent me a message. Her boyfriend asked her. And she said yes. They're creating a family. She left her job. She sold her house and started traveling. And she was working with me on a regular basis. She is the most orgasmic, alive woman I know. She is so full of life. And don't get me wrong, we shredded some skins. And there were so many tears. We did deep, deep trauma work the first months, but like for real. But this woman is walking her talk, doing the work, showing up. She's honest, she's truthful, she's facing it all. Not even 7, 8 months. She literally said, I have everything I've ever been dreaming of. The man, the money, the new job, the family coming up, and now she's getting married. She is the happiest woman on earth. And we had this conversation and I was like, wow, wow, wow. You know why? She chose herself. She prioritized herself. She's in a room with women who are just extraordinary. So they became one mind. She invested in herself. She said yes to her body. And because of working with me, she started to believe in herself. She started to believe it was possible before it was there. She was so open to face her shadows and her darkness. And she was taking full responsibility of her life. She was doing the work every day. She was doing the feminine practice in the morning. She was doing all the practices of the art of being a woman. And she's a multi-orgasmic woman living her best life. So the third reason why Napoleon Hill said it's so important to be in a mastermind is faith becomes contagious. In this world, it's so easy to doubt, to not knowing, to start to judge, be insecure. But if you're in a container every single day, the faith, the trust becomes contagious, and you start to move with certainty. And if you don't, another woman will remind you. Believe is your basis. Believe and feel it before it's there. It's actually one of the laws we work with. I think it's in 1.5 weeks. When you are around women who dare to be seen, you borrow their nervous system, basically. So you not only become one mind, you become one body, you become one nervous system. You borrow their certainty until it becomes your own. They are an amazing inspiration. Your environment trains your belief faster than affirmations ever will. Since 12 years, I'm in this. And this is definitely the promise. And it's not for no reason why successful people okay, maybe you like them or maybe you don't. The Tony Robbins, the Oprah Winfrey, the Russell Brunson. It's not for no reason. The highest performers don't do it alone. They compress decades into years by paying for proximity, rooms, and mentors. Tony Robbins actually said, there is one thing what is the most important for an entrepreneur to be successful. One thing only. There is one reason for people why they're happy people. There is one reason for people who feel whole and seen and heard, and that's proximity. Oprah became Oprah because she built rooms. Soul sessions, book sessions, the Oprah Winfrey Show, her podcast, her TV show, conversations, circles. A magical field where truth is spoken and possibilities become normal. Russell Brunson, he didn't build ClickFunnels by consuming more content. He built it by being in rooms where execution is the standard. Babe, if you want a different life, you need a different room. Quote by me, if you want a different life, you need a different room. So I'm very proud, actually, that I launched the Magic Mastermind. Because bring it home to the feminine. Feel her, serve her, nourish her, get comfortable, and let that energy move. The mastermind can give you something that nothing else can. Yeah, and I'm not kidding you. The safety to be seen, standards that change your behavior, permission to really own your desires and want more and go for it. Embodiment. Not just your mindset. Pure embodiment. Just like that, 2014, I was holding my first mastermind. Women from all over the world. They never skipped a session. 60, sometimes 50. We created something magical. It was new. We were on Skype. There was no Zoom. For everyone, it's like, oh, we're on a screen. Wow. Wi-Fi. Wow. They didn't just feel inspired, these women. They made bold, courageous decisions. Life-changing decisions. Relationship became better with their man, with their colleague, with their children. They started to speak their truth. They opened up to shame, pain, vulnerability. That's also what I saw on Tuesday. She opened up in a way I've never seen something like that before. The presence this woman was holding, I can tell you, it changed the world in an instant. It has an impact on every single woman out there. What she did last Tuesday is the medicine what the world needs, what women need. To step up and speak your truth and show your vulnerability and keep your heart open and show up for yourself. It was incredible. And incredible doesn't even cover the power of that moment. So I've guided these women, these kind of groups for years. 12 years. Wow. This is what happens when the right women come together with a high standard. And I get to love them. And that's the best part. I found a new name for my women. I call myself that, and I call my dad a rockstar dad. And my women are rockstar women. Wow. I have such a deep respect and I honor them for them. It's just, she stops postponing herself. She wants to live fully and total. And she moves with truth. She stops thinking what other people will say or the judgment. And okay, it's maybe not easy, but she stops. She just goes for it. And then when there is something, she brings it to the mastermind and she moves. If you want to stay comfortable, babe, a mastermind will irritate you. Not your place. If you want to talk about change but not really implement, and you lack commitment and devotion, please don't do it. Never. A mastermind is for movers, is for badass women, is for the queen. I just want to live my best life. And so are all the women in my world. Because it feels so good to be passionate. Oh. And you know, you can question it. It might be a question like, is there a clear method and a structure and not only vibes, frequencies? That means that, no. Is the what kind of women are in there? Because I might be overqualified. I heard that one also before. No, not your place. And that's okay. That's why I'm sharing it with you. If you're doubting, like, I don't know, what is it? Then there's no match. Find another room. Because why every woman should be in a mastermind? I told you the 3 reasons. Crucial. Why should you do it alone? You can become one mind. Accelerate your happiness and your purpose and your pleasure and your sexiness and all of that. If the room is loving and direct, you will rise instantly. So if you've been listening and you feel like something happening in your body, like happening with me right now, I'm like kind of jumping up and down on my chair, overlooking the water, and I feel so blessed, so grateful that I get to share this message with you. For you being in my world, for you listening. I mean, I'm beyond grateful for all of you sharing these podcasts with your friends, with your sisters. I got 5 stars and I love the 5 stars. So if you can take a moment for that. Some women, they subscribe to my channel. So you are the first one to get a heads up when a new podcast is out. And I promise you, there is good stuff coming up. Traveling the world, big events, workshops, retreats in Ibiza, in Thailand, in Mexico. I will all share it here. I'm back, bitches. So, Magic Mastermind is women only, okay? It's 2 months, high standard room, to move from normal to magnetic love. Desire, purpose, prosperity, pleasure, peace, and very positive. So, you can actually jump in. The doors will close within 72 hours. But stop doing it alone. Pick your room, pick your life. It was such an honor to be with you. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for your time. I wish you a most amazing day. And I'm sending you love. Let's go. Thank you for making it all the way through the end. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being in my life. Please, I would be so grateful if you give it a 5 star so other women can also find this podcast. We're in it together. Together we change the world. If you want to know a little bit more, go to www.humita.nl. Let's dance in this life together. Sending you love. Till we meet again.